Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great content every week. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
His Excellency Dr. Edgar Lungu. Sir, it's very obvious that you have surrounded yourself with thou people. People that cannot read time. People that cannot read season. Hello, sir. Today, I just want to give you a few education, and I know that you are going to watch this video, whether you like it or not. In the year 2016, there were only but 3.6 million people in Zambia that were using internet. And this information is there by Zicta. Zicta will give you this information. Only 3.6 million people that were using internet 2016. And majority of them were youths. Down the line, 2019 December, there is now over 9.5 million people that are using internet. And the population of Zambia is standing at 18.3 million people. Zicta will give you the information. I'm not talking from without. Majority of these internet users are the youths. Anyone who is telling you that election will be won in the rural area, you can do whatever you want in urban area, is deceiving you, sir. As I'm talking to you today, if you can call for election today, you don't stand the chance of getting 30%. You are gone. Because this is not 2016. Half of the Zambian population is now using internet. They can see the videos of the youth on WhatsApp. They can see the videos of the youth on YouTube. They can see the videos of the youth on Facebook.
Mutati exclusive.
Few days ago, your minister, your cadre, Boman Lusambo, rose up and insulted the youths, disrespecting the youths, calling them disgruntled youths. For example, what is the meaning of disgruntled? It means angry youths. He's calling them disgruntled. Disgruntled means anger, angry. He called them nonsense. He called them stupid. He called them useless. Youths. The first thing that's supposed to be done is that, youths, why are you angry? Why are you disgruntled? And the answer is very simple. The youths are not happy because, number one, their government is using $5 million to build a toll gate. It has never happened anywhere in the world, not even in America. Number two, the youths don't have job. The people that are getting job is either you must sleep with the ministers or be a girlfriend to the permanent secretaries. The youths that have gone to university for years are looking for job. They cannot find a job. That's why they are angry. They are angry because cost of living in Zambia is so high, they cannot take it anymore. They are angry and they are disgruntled because they are being taken for granted. There is nothing like youth empowerment. They are angry because many of them are into importation. They depend on importing goods from outside the country to survive. Kwacha has died beyond repair. Kwacha has become useless over dollar. They are angry because their businesses are dying. They are angry because your ministers are looting millions upon millions upon millions of dollars and sending it outside the country, which you yourself in a leaked audio confirmed that big amount of money is being transferred into people's account. They are angry because of that. They are angry because you promised them more money in their pocket, but there is no money in their pocket. The only people that are having more money in their pocket are a few people that are surrounding you, not even your cadres in the party. They are all broke. They are crying. And the youth are looking for opportunity to talk to you. They can't find the opportunity. They took to social media to voice out their anger. They are crying. Our president, Papa, Daddy, hear us. Hear us. Things are wrong on the ground. Things are not going well on the ground. And they cry to you. After crying to you, your minister went and insulted them and disrespected them. And this youth cried to you as their father. Papa, come to our rescue. Because you are the father of the nation. There is no one we can complain to. Your minister had the ability and the audacity to insult them. And we are all waiting for you to say something. We are all waiting for you to come to the rescue of these young children. What did you do? You start threatening them with the police. You are telling them that if they want change, you will change them. Who are you? Are you Gaddafi? Are you Robert Mugabe? Who are you to change them? As a father, you were supposed to hear their cry, not to intimidate them with the police. You were so humble. You cried the days that I was being buried. How am I going to take care of the children you have left for me? Those children came crying to you, running to you as a father. And what you can do is to tell them that if they want change, you will change them. You threaten the youths with police. Edgar Lungu, where has that your humility, the humility that people saw, including I myself, the humility that all of us saw and supported you? Why have you become so arrogant today? The youth came and cried to you. All you did was to tell them that the police is here. Police will take care of them. For what? They cried to you as their father. Who insulted you? Did you even watch the videos of Chela? Chela was always defending you. Chela was always saying the people, Edgar Lungu is a good person, but the people around him are bad. That's what Chela was saying. He was defending you and fighting for you. B-Flow, what did B-Flow say? B-Flow was begging you as a father of the nation. Where is the insult in their videos against you, the president? How about your choir master, the cry baby, Kings? Where is the insult in what he said? He didn't disrespect you. And your minister rose up to intimidate these children, and you supported your minister, forgetting that there is now 10 million users of internet in Zambia, and majority of them are youths. And tomorrow you pretend you go to them and cry. You need for them, pretend like you are humble after intimidating them. It will not work for you. Zambians, you have seen your leader. The person you call the father of the nation, look at him. It's a shame. It's a shame that the children you are supposed to defend are the children that you are intimidating. The children you are saying, if they want change, you will change them. Who are you? Look at what is happening in America today. Is the police of Zambia greater than the police of America? The day you stand up and say enough is enough, even your police will turn against you. Even your army will turn against you. Youth is the power. Don't joke with them. Stop playing with them. I know that you have become so rich. The people around you, Dora Celia and her friends, Chilufya Tayali, they have become so rich. And you don't care. Very soon you will care. Believe me. Where is Trump today? There is protest. Youth have taken to the street. He was arrogant when the protest was started, but he has humbled himself today. Edgar Lungu, you have become so arrogant, so pompous. All those people that are feeding you with information, telling you that you win election in the rural area, it's a lie. Half of Zambian population are on internet. They are seeing what we are saying. They are seeing what Chela is saying. They are seeing what Biflo is saying. They are seeing what every other artist in Zambia is saying. They are seeing the suffering of the people. They are seeing that they can no longer afford meal. They are seeing that your government is building road, millions upon millions of dollars being spent on road, and 2 days later the roads are having pothole. They are seeing how money is being looted from the country and being sent abroad. They are seeing it and they are hearing us, and come next year they will teach you a lesson. Be humble, Edgar Lungu. Be humble. The people around you are deceiving you. They are lying to you. They are telling you that everything is okay. They are telling you that you are going to win election in the rural. It's a lie. It will not happen. Believe me, go to Zikta today and ask them. Half of the population of Zambia, they are using internet. Don't underestimate the power of social media, Edgar Lungu. Humble yourself. Address the youth. Let Boma Lusambo apologize to the youth for insulting them. Boma Lusambo, call the youth and ask them, why are you angry? They will tell you that they are angry because in their own country, they are being treated like slaves by Chinese. They are being treated like nobody. The Chinese are keeping them in containers for days. And the mayor rose up and spoke, and your government told him to apologize. That's why the youth are angry. I want you to ask the youth, why are they angry? Don't intimidate them. You are nobody. You are just a one person. The power you have is going to expire next year. Where is Ropia Band? Kenneth Kaunda had power. Chiluba had power. You are not the first president in Zambia. You will come down also and become an ordinary citizen. People are suffering. Address the people. Stop being arrogant for nothing. I will leave it here.
No, I don't know, take it as a weakness on my part, but when I see wrong things, my blood boils. My blood boils. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And I mean, much as many of you think that I'm just a useless Mushani Nabwadi, you know, no, I have very strong principles, very, very strong principles. And those strong principles that I have is to fight for justice. Is to fight for justice and not to side with wrong things. These are my strong principles. Yes, in politics there are no morality, there is no morality, but call me a bad politician, and I know I agree with you, with some of you who think that I'm not a good politician, because sometimes, because the politics that is in this country, when you support Edgar Lungu, everything about Edgar Lungu must be right. When you support HH, everything about HH is right. But that is not my character. That is not how I am made. For me, yes, there are many positive things about President Edgar Lungu, but he's not perfect. There are things that he does which are wrong. Yes, there are many good things about Hakainde Hichilema, but yes, there are also wrong things that are about him. He's not perfect. And I know, me criticizing President Edgar Lungu, I know some of you are thinking, you are feeling like I don't know, I'm touching God. The same way that in the UPND, when I touch Hakainde Hichilema, it's like I don't know. But no, come on, these are human beings. These are human beings prone to error. And we must say things as they are. And I want to put it on record that I'm very disappointed with President Edgar Lungu. I am very disappointed. with President Edgar Lungu. Why I'm very disappointed? Because
DJ
to me,
Mutati
from the
exclusive.
statement that he made yesterday and the action of the police today, it somehow confirms that President Edgar Lungu has been supporting Kalimanshi. Before, Kalimanshi was linked to State House. And somehow I felt, no, I mean, President Edgar Lungu, yes, there could be, some people around the State House who could be, supporting Kalimanshi for their own agendas. But it appears President Edgar Lungu, he is actually the supporter and funder of Kalimanshi. He is the supporter and financer of Kalimanshi. And to say the least, that is hypocritical for a president who has been talking against violence. It's hypocritical because when you look at Kalimanshi, Kalimanshi is a personification of violence, of hooliganism, of anarchy in this country. And it is sad that such a person is being associated with the president. It is very, very sad. It is very, very sad. It's unacceptable. And look, there are pointers. This is like the same way that I've been saying some of these things, that the fingerprints, like when you talk about the Felunas, I say there are fingerprints all over of Hakainde Hichilema. When I talk about Kalimanshi, there are fingerprints of Edgar Lungu all over. And here are the pointers. Kalimanshi, when Kalimanshi was in UPND, when he went with GBM to UPND, he had cases in court. When Kalimanshi came back and he jumped bail because he was on bail and he jumped bail. When he came back, those cases, they never touched them. If Kalimanshi had come back when he was still in UPND, those cases, the odd cases, would have surfaced up. They would have picked them up to arrest Kalimanshi. Kalimanshi was in exile. He ran away from the cases that were going on in court. When he came back, they just ignored those cases. But if Kalimanshi had come as a UPND, Kalimanshi would have been arrested. Why wasn't Kalimanshi arrested for cases that he was appearing in court and jumped bail? Because when you jump bail, even a bench warrant was issued. But he came back and nothing happened. Apart from that, Kalimanshi has continued to conduct himself in a very anarchical way. Kalimanshi has taken a procession cars with a group of people going into the streets wearing military attire in the streets, and he has driven around the streets of Lusaka. Even in Cairo Road, he has driven where even myself, I was there standing watching him in a procession with a lot of people. Where were the police? Let us be honest here. Let us be realistic here. Can another political party do what Kalimanshi does? Can another political party do that? Can any other individual, can even myself, can I do that? I can't do that. How come Kalimanshi has been able to conduct processions in this country, on the streets, busiest streets of our country, busiest streets of our capital city? How come? And the police don't touch him. How come? Military attire that Kalimanshi wears, I mean, it has been prohibited. It is against the law. And the same people in PF, they have been talking about that, against that, but Kalimanshi does it. Why? Kalimanshi has gone out to insult leaders. Leaders, women, senior government officials. Kalimanshi has insulted them. Who gives him that audacity? Where does he get the audacity? Where does he get the authority? If not from the president? Because he has even insulted that Secretary General, but Davis Mura, he has insulted him. Where does he get the powers? These are the fingerprints I'm talking about, that these fingerprints, they point to President Edgar Lungu. Because there is no way somebody would have the guts to insult ministers, to even insult the Home Affairs Minister. Yeah? A man that is feared by most of us. But Kalimanshi had the audacity to insult him. Even at the court premises, he is coming out of the court, he's busy insulting the Home Affairs Minister. Where does he get the guts? Where does he get the guts? His conduct is total anarchy. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. In a democratic country, in a peaceful country like ours, who gives Kalimanshi those powers? And when Kalimanshi goes to, when the police arrest Kalimanshi, they take him to court. Kalimanshi is always defended. Who pays the lawyers who defends Kalimanshi? Me, I don't have money to pay lawyers, but Kalimanshi has lawyers. Each time he goes to court, he has lawyers. Who pays for those lawyers if not President Edgar Lungu? Who pays for those lawyers? This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And surely, I mean, for me, I'm telling you, I struggle with my heart when I see these kind of things. I'm like, really, why should it be like this? Why should it be like this? And in as much as I want President Edgar Lungu to win, surely, should I be accepting these kind of things? No. How? I will die for my objectivity. And you don't send that by the fact that somebody gives me a piece of bread, it doesn't mean that I'll start worshiping that person. I will never worship anyone. I will say things as they are. If you are wrong, I'll speak it out. I'll say it. And in this case, President Edgar Lungu, this is very wrong. This is very wrong. It is unacceptable. You are the head of state. You are a Republican president. You cannot be funding people like Kalimanshi. You can't be. You can't be. It's very wrong. It's very, very wrong. Nakana-san. Nakana, because that is dangerous. That is fueling anarchy in a country. That is fueling chaos in a country. Why are you keeping the Kalimanshi in a militia form? Today I was attending a meeting where they were talking about, conflict resolutions and sorting out resolutions during the time of elections and so on and so forth. And some people were mentioning Kalimanshi, were mentioning a militia. Those are the examples that you'll be talking about. Those are the examples of militias. Of course, I wouldn't classify Kalimanshi as a militia. It is just a bunch of hooligans. Those are just a bunch of hooligans. That's all. That's all. You can't say they are politics. They are politicians. Those are not politicians. Those are anarchists. Those are anarchists. You can't say those are politicians. What politics does Kalimanshi do? Intimidating people, inconveniencing people on the streets, insulting people, and you say that is politics? That's not politics. That's not politics. And it is a shame that is being this person is being associated to State House. And I'm pointing out why I'm putting this on State House. Because this person has insulted government leaders. He has insulted them. He has conducted processions in the broad daylight and the police don't touch him. He has got money. To organize all those people, you need resources. Some of us, we know what it takes to gather people. It takes money. Kalimanshi, those people who follow him, they don't follow him because that's why they follow him. No, they don't follow him for that. They follow him because he has got resources to give them. To fund those people that he calls I'm a soldier. It's resources. No rebel can run a military or a platoon without resources. You can only run that when you have resources. You can only, pay people. And they can follow you like that when you have money. Where does Kalimanshi get the money? Where does Kalimanshi get the money? Because he has more money now than he had when he was in UPND. In UPND, since he came back, Kalimanshi has been all flashy, posing, very expensively. Alikwata nembwa, eshwalisha, whereby some of you cannot even afford to feed, impanya. You can't feed, impanya fie. Green pigs, you can't feed them. But Kalimanshi is able to feed even a dog. Where does he get the money? And to sign it off, to confirm it completely that this is part of President Edgar Lungu, Kalimanshi drives into the PF Secretariat at full speed. Where did he get the audacity to do that? To go into the PF Secretariat when they had gathered like that, where he knows that he has been insulting Kamba, an elected provincial chairman, where he has insulted the Secretary General and all the PF structures, and he has the guts to drive in there with his Range Rover. Where did he get those guts? He's beaten. After he's beaten by his fellows, because he propagates violence, and what you propagate follows you. Violence begets violence. Kalimanshi begets violence, and of course, what follows him is violence. When he entered into the secretariat, nothing else could follow. It's violence, because he's the one that has been propagating that violence. He's beaten.
Mutati exclusive.
His vehicle hammered, because that is the character of Kalimanshi. That is the language of Kalimanshi. And what do we see?
This is
The entire Republican president pronounces himself on Kalimanshi. And he threatens the Inspector General of Police. You can't say that statement was directed to, because some journalists were attacked. No. That statement by President Edgar Lungu it is because he was upset that one of his own was beaten at the secretariat. That's why he said that. And to confirm it, to sign it off, those people, within hours of President Edgar Lungu issuing those instructions, they are arrested. Those people, as I'm talking, they are in the cells. They were arrested early in the morning. Yesterday, Edgar Lungu said this yesterday. Early in the morning, they were arrested. So, what more? Let us not pretend. I'm telling you. But this in Africana, when it is wrong, it is wrong. I will not be part of it. I will not support wrong things. Inete ine kambwili. Ine top sana na kambwili. Top sana sana. I say things with conviction. And I will not go back on what I've said, because I think through things. I've been thinking through about this thing. That's why I'm even talking this time. Because during the day, I was just thinking about this. You issue a statement, and they quickly arrest those people. Now, here is the bias. That goes with that. There are those UPND cadres. There are those people who bent UPND regalia. They bent UPND regalia. They destroyed the place of that poor person. That person who was making that regalia. They destroyed things there. Did we hear the president pronounce himself? He didn't say anything. Up to today, the police are saying they are investigating. Will they ever find them? They will never find them. But on Kalimanshi, president issues a statement. Within hours, those people are arrested. Is that fair? Is that justice? You can hate me all you want, but is that justice? It's not justice. It's not justice. And for me, I refuse. I will support you when you do what is right. When you do something wrong, I'll achimuchirera that jealous. Jealous fish. Jealous fish. It's not about jealous. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's just wrong. Jealous nila natampo kumona where or how UPF will change your lives. Yeah? I was there when PF was getting into power, and I've seen how your lives has changed. Most of you, I've seen you, I knew you before PF was in power, and I've seen how your life has changed. Have I been jealous? It's not about jealous. It's not about jealous. I see how you enjoy life while some of us are still suffering. It's okay. It's okay. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. So it's not about jealousy. There are so many people who are benefiting, who are living a good life. I don't speak against them. Boma Nusambo is living a very good life. I don't speak against him. He hasn't done anything wrong. Why should I speak against him? His life has changed. He's enjoying himself. I've never said anything. I see a lot of you. I see a lot of you who have changed your life, who are living better. I see a lot of you. So it's not about jealousy. It's about wrong things. It's about wrong things. It's not jealousy. I mean, look, that person, Kalimanshi, I mean, who really would appreciate Kalimanshi? What politics is there on Kalimanshi? What politics is there? Apart from anarchy, violence, abuse. I don't accept that. If we are condemning PF, UPND, if we are condemning Mubita now, here we are busy condemning Mubita now, arrest Mubita now, but we are protecting Kalimanshi, who insults, bro, day in, day out, he's insulting. Mubita now and Mulenga, they insult once, they record themselves, and we are all saying, arrest him. But Kalimanshi is every day insulting. And you want to say, no, that is justice. Not fair, Naim. I refuse. I refuse. Excuse me, I refuse. And this I refuse. Even my God is supporting me to say what you are saying is true. I have thought through this. I even prayed to say, my God, what's happening? Because really, to be honest with you, at this point in time, the last people that I would want to mess around with, it's my PF, because I'm trying to negotiate to find my way to say, how can we work together? How can we survive together? I'm being very honest with you. I've said it that I want President Edgar Lungu, and I've said it that, I'm trying to negotiate to see what is it that I can do with the PF. So, surely, frankly speaking, if it is just to say, looking at my own interest, I don't think I would be saying anything against President Edgar Lungu. But then, what kind of a person will I be? What kind of a Christian will I be? If just because I want something from PF, I start looking away, accepting wrong things, I don't think I'll be a good person. And if you don't know, this is Chilufya Tayali. This is me. This is me. You can ask the people in Catholic Church, my formator, they'll tell you why I was kicked out. It is because I just stand for justice. I've lost out opportunities because I would rather, live with my conscience, suffering than, no, that's not me. That's not me. If I support a person, it is because I'm convinced that this person is doing the right thing. But when somebody is doing something wrong, I will just say it. President Edgar Lungu, I can tell you, up today as I'm talking, I so much, look up to his support. That's the truth. That's the truth. I make money here and there, but it is through Edgar Lungu. It's the truth. I make money in different, to my little business that I do, but it is through President Edgar Lungu. But I refuse to look away when President Edgar Lungu is doing something wrong. Supporting Kalimanshi is wrong. Kalimanshi does not symbolize peace. Kalimanshi does not symbolize a good citizen. Kalimanshi does not symbolize a democratic, a political dispensation. It doesn't. He doesn't. But President Edgar Lungu is supporting him. And he confirmed it by issuing that statement, threatening the police. And after threatening the police also swing into action. When we have so many political violence that has occurred in this country and no one has been arrested, when we have so many people that have been insulted by Kalimanshi and Kalimanshi gets away with it. Even the other day, we were talking about that person who was jailed at Fred Manya. Jailed 3 years. 3 years for insulting President Edgar Lungu. And yet Kalimanshi has been insulting day in, day out, day out. Day in, day out, he has been insulting. But we have an innocent citizen who called in, frustrated, called in on Millennium Radio. He's serving 3 years sentence. 3 years sentence. Kalimanshi is busy insulting every day. Insulting and not insulting useless people. He insults even ministers. Even the Secretary General has been insulted. Nobody. No. These are real. These are facts. These are facts. These are facts. You can run away from shan, but these are facts. Who sponsored Kalimanshi? That Range Rover Kalimanshi drove in there. That Range Rover Kalimanshi drove in there and it was hammered. It was hammered. Who bought Kalimanshi that vehicle? Who bought Kalimanshi that vehicle? Who bought Kalimanshi that vehicle? It's very wrong. We cannot be financing, we cannot be, supporting anarchy, and yet we claim to be a Christian nation. Yet we claim to be a country that upholds national values and Christianity. When we are supporting a person that is insulting day and night. No. Nakan. I don't care. Later one day you will look after me. If you want, you can hate me. My God will look after me. That is very wrong. There are so many crimes that have not been sorted out, political crimes that have not been sorted out. But today, because Kalimanshi is protected by the president, those people have been arrested. But Kalimanshi, the victims of Kalimanshi, they have got no recourse. Because they beat Kalimanshi, the president pronounced himself, the police arrest him. Whilst the victims of Kalimanshi, they have got no recourse. And you want me to say, no, it's okay by Edgar Lungu. No. He says Zambia is a Christian nation. Nakana. Lesaka empanika kopali fimbi. Before mfirwa, ukuchita overcome. I've got my sins where I failed to overcome them. Let God punish me on those things. But at least on some of these things, let my God say, no. There you were objective. You spoke for justice. I'm talking for justice. I know there was an agenda which was set. Some people were peddling lies. No, some people want to contest against Edgar Lungu, blah, 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 blah. And I know even some people might interpret this to say, no, I'm speaking on behalf of those who wanted to challenge Edgar Lungu. I speak the truth. If I didn't want Edgar Lungu, I would say it straight. If I supported any other person, I would say it straight.
Exclusive.
But the people that you were pointing at, for which you recruited Kalimanshi, they have not really been, wanting to fight Edgar Lungu. And the convention went smoothly, not because Kalimanshi was there. Kalimanshi never threatened anyone. Not even KBF. KBF was not threatened by Kalimanshi. No. So all that agenda, I don't know what that agenda, what it adds to. It's nothing. It's just not right. It is not right. The other point that I wanted to make, I am one of those people who criticizes the police. I'm one of those people who criticizes Wakanganji. But look, let us condemn a person when they have really done something wrong. Let us not accuse people falsely. That is a sin. When I talk about Bakanganja, I am very specific. The violence that happened at the secretariat, you cannot blame it on the police. As much as I have issues with the police, as much as I have issues with Bakanganja, it is wrong to go and threaten Bakanganja because of that violence of an internal political party. It is wrong. Nakan, I don't agree with Edgar Lungu. I don't agree. It was wrong for him to threaten Bakanganja on an internal conflict. It was wrong. Because I'm giving you my reasons why I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him because, to start with, the police talk about the Public Order Act. Me, I fully subscribe to the Public Order Act. Even when we meet among political parties, me, I subscribe to the Public Order Act. Because we need that for order. We need that to stop hooligans like Kalimanshi. We need that. There is a reason why we have the Public Order Act. But the PF, they are comfortable to talk about the Public Order Act in as far as it concerns other political parties together. When it comes to themselves, they don't consider the Public Order Act. They don't. They gather willy-nilly. As and when they want to gather, they will gather. Others, when they want to gather, they gather. But when other people gather, they have issues. They need a public order. They need a permit from the police. But for them, when they're meeting, they don't need a permit. Now, what you had there, you had a taste of your own medicine. Because that's what the police talk about. The police say, tell us when you are meeting so that we can protect you. But the PF, I know for sure they didn't get a permit for them to conduct that gathering. They didn't have a permit. Now, if they didn't have a permit, why are you blaming the police? You never informed the police. The police didn't know. So why is you, President Edgar Lungu, why are you blaming the police when you did not inform them? Did you inform them that you're going to have that gathering? You didn't. These are reasons that you give when other people are meeting. These are the reasons you give them. To say, we want to give you a permit so that we can protect you. Otherwise, don't blame us. That's what the police say. And for me, I find that reasonable and I accept. I accept. But you didn't inform the police. And then when you fight, because that was an internal fight, you put it on your Bakanganja to say that was your last test. No. Let us accuse Bakanganja on things that he has failed. Let us accuse Bakanganja on things that he has failed. Because let's face it, let's be realistic. There is nothing that the police would have done at that function. Nothing. And moreover, you talk about your own security. But PF walikuwa tawa security, uli apanevo security. All cadres are part of the security. So you had your own security. You had your own security. And most of the time, these political parties, no, we have security, you have security. You should learn from what happened there. Because your own security can start fighting. They start fighting. When they start fighting, you say, no, the police didn't come to defend us. Why do you have your internal security if you need the police to protect you? If you need the police to protect you, go and ask for a permit so that the police can be there to police everything. But you don't. You don't ask for a permit. You don't ask for a permit. Because you are a ruling party, because you have your own security. After number, Bauma Kalimanshi, because Kalimanshi is the son of the president gets upset. Start threatening the IG. That is abuse of our president. That is abuse. That is abuse. There is no two way about it. That is abuse. You are abusing your powers. You are abusing your powers. And you are fueling tension. You are sowing a seed of anarchy. You are
exclusive.
you are sowing a bad seed, especially at this point in time when we are going towards the elections. It's very, very bad.
This is
It's very, very bad.
Mutati exclusive.
No, in an nakana once I know shan let tamba once PF whatever finish your shoe for you whatever tensala mimi ndio nakuja I've eaten na Coca-Cola in quarter, but I am not accepting this kind of behavior. It is wrong. It is wrong, but nakana sala in nakana. I will not sit back and watch anarchy, going in my country. I'm a patriot. I love this country. I love this country, and I can die for this country. I can die for this country. Mukansungire kofi yabana ngamwamu mwana tayari uli mwamusunga, but otherwise no, I will not accept this. I will not accept that. So if you are talking about Public Order Act, you should lead by example. When you appear, you are gathering, go and apply for a permit. Let the police give you the permit and let them protect you. That way, at least when something happens, we can blame them. Not when you have not informed them. You start fighting, you go and threaten the IG. It's just not right. It's not right. So in the same vein, bakapokola na imwe, but president walianda chan the last test. Ikateni bali abaochere fima ligaria fya UPND. Those people who were making that regalia, it's not so much about the UPND. I'm not interested about the UPND. I'm interested about those people who were earning a living by making that regalia. Those are the people that I'm concerned about. They destroyed their property. That is a loss. There is no compensation, and yet I'm told those who lost property and whatever at the secretariat, they will be compensated. I don't think you are talking about journalists. The compensation you are talking about is basically buying Kalimanshi back the vehicle. I think that's what you're talking about. Because if you're talking about journalists, how many times have journalists been beaten? Have we ever heard that no journalists will be compensated? Normal journalist, somebody was telling me, no, the president was, no, it is the Kalimanshi that President Edgar Lungu is protecting. Even that compensation you are talking about, it is Kalimanshi you want to compensate. Because you are the one who bought the vehicle, and you have seen the vehicle destroyed, so you want to replace it. That compensation is for Kalimanshi. The arrest is for Kalimanshi. It's not for journalists, because journalists have been beaten several times. I've never heard the head of state pronouncing himself to say journalists what and talk about compensation. Nothing. But because it was Kalimanshi who was beaten, the president comes out and you're even talking about compensation. Compensate also those people who are making that regalia. Compensate them. They lost, and those are citizens. You are empowering people, and yet others are being disadvantaged in that manner. It's just not right. So even one thing, I say, let me just say it. Chifume kumukoshi. Ualampata ampate. Kutimu ampata, it's okay. You can close your doors, it's okay. My God will look after me. Nalichulo kona fume nalechula nafyalirwe mu compound nafyalirwe muchitenge chapwa but nalikulo kwisafika lero. So tapali umuntu wingesa yumfoka bati no bantu tayari ndampela ko 5 pin and he has to toe my line. And that's not my character. For me, you have to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing. If you do something wrong, expect me to criticize you. That is just how I am. Of course, many times I bite my lips. Sometimes in the Filokulanda, But anyway, this one, I had to say it because it's very dangerous. It's very bad. Kalimanshi is a big problem in this country, and we cannot allow one person to hold this country at ransom, whereby na once PF valemtina, SG valemtina, ama ministers valemtina because of the president, and they can't tell you. I am very sure even our PF Ninji Shiva now they show and they are not happy, but they can't tell you in an Alanda because that is a duty that an opposition leader is supposed to play. So I've said it, and I'm saying it not out of whatever frustration. I'm just saying it because it is wrong. I won't talk about other things. I think I'll leave it here. But President Edgar Lungu, please don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite. Condemn violence and make sure that you don't sponsor violence yourself. Don't sponsor violent people. What Kalimanshi does is very wrong. Please stop it. Good night. I just want to quickly react to Mr. Hakainde Hichilema's response in relation to the video that has been going around where Mulenga, a PF cadre, is insulting the head of state, and Mubita Nawa is recording it. And Mubita Nawa is recording it and laughing through it. I want to make a reaction to the statement that Mr. Hakainde Hichilema has made. You can go to Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and read what he said. Where is that? Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, and I'm doing this because some UPND cadres are saying there's nothing wrong, whatever. Come on, let's face it. It is very clear in that video. It's not edited or anything. It's very clear that man insulted the head of state. Mubita Nawa encouraged it and recorded it, and therefore Mubita Nawa is responsible for producing, for publishing those insults. So he's responsible for that. Now, whichever context that you may put it, it's wrong to insult. It doesn't matter who is being insulted, it is just wrong to insult. Even if it's not the head of state, it's just wrong to insult. And Mubita Nawa ought to know this. When somebody is insulting, you don't continue, recording them and later on, even publish it, because that is his phone, unless he says no, it was not my phone. That is his phone. So if I have a phone like what I have in my phone, if it is published, definitely, it's you who has published it, unless you can show that it's not you that published the content. But in this case, it's Mubita Nawa who published it. The insults are definitely wrong. But listen to what Mr. Hakainde Hichilema has said. He says, a video circulating has come to our attention showing an individual. Listen to Hakainde Hichilema uttering uncouth and vulgar language towards the Republican head of government. Well, we can give Hakainde Hichilema there a little bit of something. At least for once, he has recognized that President Edgar Lungu is the head of government. Then he goes on. The footage is being attributed to our assistant for special duties, Mr. Mubita Nawa. We take this matter seriously, and the party processes as laid out in our constitution are actively looking into both the content and the context to ensure we get the full picture. Now, this is good. Hakainde Hichilema has clearly said, no, this is wrong. I appreciate that. And he has said now they are trying to investigate. Now, here is where it becomes lukewarm. Here is becoming lukewarm. They are investigating. Investigating what? The context, the content, and the context. The content is clear. This man is insulting. The context, I mean, which context would Hakainde Hichilema agree that these are insults? Which context? Which context would be permissible for one to insult? Which context? Mr. Hakainde Hichilema has heard those, he has seen Mulenga insulting. He's calling him an individual. Mulenga is a very familiar guy. He's actually one of the guys that was in the forefront when they beat me up at one of the named hotels here in Lusaka. He's the guy that they sent to start. It's a big problem. I mean, I doubt his mental faculty. Even when I was beaten last time, I didn't bother to have the police arrest him because I really don't think the guy is okay. But Mubita Nawa is there, filming it and laughing. That is wrong. Then listen to Hakainde Hichilema. As a party, the UPND does not condone aggressive language no matter who it is directed to. A very good statement. I applaud you, Hakainde. Then you come into debt. Mubita Nawa has been a model citizen and remains a valued member of the UPND. That is defense. That is defense. You don't say that. You don't say that when somebody has done something wrong. You don't say that. That is, you are becoming defensive. You are becoming defensive. This is lack of wisdom. This is lack of wisdom. When something is wrong as a leader, you need to come out and condemn it straight away. You don't have to start giving excuses. You don't have to say, no, even PF insults, or even, when something is wrong, it is wrong. Just point it out. This is wrong. This is wrong. And yes, if you want to save your member, you can mitigate for your member. You can mitigate for your member. You can say, this is wrong, and I've asked Mr. Mubita Nawa to apologize. The following day, Mubita Nawa goes on TV and issues a statement to apologize. That's how you sort out issues, not this nonsense. Oh, sorry, not this. I mean, let me not say nonsense. I apologize. Not this kind of statement. You take responsibility and you ask for apology. You ask for apology. That is how you do it. That's wisdom. Hakainde Hichilema. That's wisdom. This statement does not help. It just puts fire. It just puts oil on the fire. If you had not made this statement, I would not be talking. I am talking now because of this statement. If this statement was a good statement, I would have made a video to congratulate you, to applaud you for a good statement. But now, what you have done, you have just put petrol on the fire. Because now we are calling for Vakanganja. Vakanganja, can you quickly act and have this Mubita Nawa arrested and taken to jail? This is an open, close matter. We have other cases who have insulted the president and they are in prison. There is that guy called Fred Manya. Fred Manya was jailed for 3 years. Fred Manya was jailed for 3 years. That guy who insulted Edgar Lungu when he called Millennium Radio. 3 years he was jailed. There is another guy, Stephen Piri, I think. Stephen Piri. That Stephen Piri was also jailed 1 year. How special is Mubita Nawa that he should be left off the hook on this one? Mubita Nawa must be arrested and taken to court, because even taken to court, there is nothing like what trial. This is a straightforward case. Take him to court and just slap him with a good yes, especially that he's not being repentant together with his president. Because if they are being repentant, at least one would say, no, it's okay, let's see, forgive them. But the president is encouraging it. And protect. You are encouraging that child. You need to admonish the child. You need to, reprimand the child. Not making excuses for him, we are studying the content and the context. What context are you studying? What content are you studying? So what are you studying about that? What context would allow anyone to be insulted? Finish but no, we are trying to what? Bakapokola, do your job. Arrest this person. Arrest Mubita Nawa together with that Mulenga. Arrest them. The same way you have jailed Fred Manya for 3 years. Another one was also jailed, Stephen Piri, for 1 year. Let Mubita Nawa also be set as an example, especially that is working in the highest office of the largest opposition leader. He must be set as an example. Wakanganja, our president was saying this is the last test. Though I don't know about Lungu na Palida statement here. Nachirapo andande Palida statement. Nshishimomo bachirosha wa Edgar Lungu. Nshishiwe. Nshishimomo bachirosha at this is the last test. Yes, he's condemning violence. He's condemning violence, but I don't know where he puts Kalimanshi. I don't know where President Edgar Lungu puts Kalimanshi. Because that statement in a church conference, that statement suggested to me that maybe that's why Kalimanshi does what he does, because he has the backing of President Edgar Lungu. It actually made me think that President Edgar Lungu might be the one funding Kalimanshi. That statement didn't sound right. It didn't sound right. Kalimanshi is a problem. Kalimanshi provoked the situation. Kalimanshi provoked the situation. So I don't know from which angle a president to Bafuriwe. Because therefore we push that. I want to find out which angle when he said this was the last test. What happened at the secretariat? And I'm not clear. That's why first I want to ask and find out, but otherwise on first value that statement didn't go very well. That statement came out like President Edgar Lungu is upset that Kalimanshi was battered at the secretariat. Yes, violence is wrong, but the violence that Kalimanshi perpetrates, is that right? Kalimanshi is the one that provokes the situation. Yeah? He's the one that provokes the situation. Kalimanshi is always insulting people. The leadership that he himself, President Edgar Lungu, has appointed, Kalimanshi insults them. He insults the Secretary General. He insults the ministers. And President Edgar Lungu has never come out to say this is wrong. Now, when he's beaten, President Edgar Lungu comes out like that. I don't know where he really stands. I stand to get the context in which President Edgar Lungu is upset. Maybe President Edgar Lungu is the one that is sponsoring Kalimanshi. After all, how did Kalimanshi even afford to buy that Ford Ranger which was beaten? How did Kalimanshi afford to get that Ford Ranger? Maybe it was bought by State House. But me, what is wrong is wrong. This is what I'm talking about. What is wrong is wrong. Kalimanshi is a problem. And President Edgar Lungu cannot blame those cadres that beat up Kalimanshi there, because Kalimanshi himself is the problem. If anything, President Edgar Lungu should commend Kamba and the people that saved Kalimanshi. Those people must be praised. Those people must be praised. Bringing in the police, I don't know where. Yes, we blame the police, but really, on this one, Bakanganja, yes, I can never blame ideas what is wrong things, but really, where are you bringing in the police here? Where are you bringing in the police? In the first instance, did they have a permit? But President Edgar Lungu did they have a permit? If the PF got a permit that were gathering, then the police failed to protect them, you can blame them. But when they are just gathering without a permit, you can't bring it to the police. That is violence within the PF. Why are you bringing in the police? Some of these things, we should just be fair. Be objective, we want to. Be objective. Be objective. You can be powerful, but be objective. That's what God wants. When you are given responsibility on top there, God expects you to be responsible, to look after people nicely, to be fair in what you say, to be objective in what you say. On this one, for me, I don't blame the police, because I am very sure PF never got a permit that today they are going to receive Kabuli. I don't think they got a permit. If they got a permit, then that happens, you can blame the police. You can blame the police. But I don't think they had a permit. And that fight, it was within the PF. And I'm told some police officers were even hurt who tried to come in. Who can control the PF? Who can control the PF when they start fighting? Who can control them? I don't think the police can. I don't think the police can. So this one, again, this is why sometimes in Croatia, I'm telling you, inanga mwadini ganadi kofia chanchani munongata mwale lutamba bwino as opposition.
Mutati exclusive.
Kalupia vensha kwata because ankwata kalupia ngata muitamba bwino because some of these things that you do as leaders, it's not objective. It's not just. It's really not just. Why is Edgar Lungu blaming the police? Why? Internal violence. Why? Did you see how Kalimanshi drove in there? Did you see how Kalimanshi drove in William Secretariat? He would have hit people. He drove in at full speed. Full speed. Why did he do that? What did you expect the police to do in that instance? What did you expect the police to do? And they hammered him. They hammered him. Kamba came and rescued him. Kamba must be commended for that. Must be commended for that. That was internal, and the only one who is supposed to take responsibility there is the PF leadership. It's not the police. If you have failed to control your cadres, don't blame it on the police. Nakana. Let's put issues on Wakapokola on issues that relates to the police. When you start talking about the disappearance of Bena Hatembo, I will agree with you. I will agree with you because those people, I believe, they are abducted. But when you start fighting within your party, don't blame the police. By Edgar Lungu, you are the president of PF. Don't blame the police. You are supposed to discipline your members. Don't bring in the police. Naka. This is wrong. So on this one, Nafkana. If you are Kalimanshi kuleta mobaka pokola whatever, Kalimanshi is a problem. Yes, the police are supposed to protect the public. Some journalists were injured. I agree. But that is fully the responsibility lies directly on the heads of PF and its leadership, not Wakapokola. Because I am sure they didn't have the permit. You shouldn't just talk about police permit when it comes to the opposition. Talk about police permit even when it comes to the ruling party. That's how it should be. So on that one, Nakana, I don't agree with Walungu. I don't agree. On the other one, on this one, Mubita Nawa insulting the president, HH trying to be defensive, I don't agree. At the end of the day, when you put these two leaders, the only thing is that that's why, really, on my part, when I look at the two, I go with Edgar Lungu because but Mufia saw they are both biased. Because even by Edgar Lungu, even corruption, where is the evidence? At therefore evidence. Umundina umonana tukana therefore evidence. Balunga wantna balanda kwat nave auditor general of my report full at your therefore evidence. What are we talking about? Anyway, what can I do? News. Bye.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.